LPD shared statistics which show that teen drivers are much more likely to be involved in accidents, particularly when it comes to distracted and drunk driving.
Lincoln police say now is the perfect time to ask your teens to stay safe behind the wheel. Channel 8's Matthew Mittleider has more.
The Lincoln Police Department is encouraging parents across Lincoln to speak to their teenage drivers while sharing statistics from the Nebraska Department of Transportation. The data showed teen drivers only represented about 5% of licensed drivers in the state, but were involved in nearly 15% of crashes in 2020. They also say teens were involved in 25% of crashes between 9 p.m. and midnight. I spoke with Brian Ortner from AAA, who said younger drivers between the ages of 15 and 19 are involved in a disproportionate number of crashes, and that 28 of the nearly 2,300 crashes for that age range in 2020 were fatal. Ortner said that's 28 too many.
So a pretty high proportionate number of accidents for teens. And that, again, that's the age group of 15 to 19, from your new drivers who are just getting their permit or have their school permits to having driven a couple years. In 2020 was lower than 2019, which is a good sign, but still the number is too high.
Along with that data, LPD shared in 2020, teens were involved in 31% of crashes using a cell phone and 11% of crashes involving alcohol. Ortner says when it comes to distracted driving, most cell phones have a do not disturb feature you can turn on while driving.
And it's something we recommend using when you're driving your vehicle. It just provides that extra layer of safety. You know, none of us are a perfect driver, but we all need to do what we can to avoid as many distractions as we can when we're driving a vehicle.
He says when it comes to having the conversation with teens, parents should remind them that driving is a privilege and takes a lot of responsibility.
And just like if you're on a sports team and you practice a position over and over, or if you're in, a theatrical production, you're doing rehearsals over and over again, the same as with driving. Repetition of the same routine over and over will help you build those routines in your driving habits, whether it's rolling up to a stop sign, whether it's obeying speed limit signs, or whether it's putting do not disturb on your phone.
Ortner says the bottom line is to take your time, be safe, and avoid distractions.
Be cautious, be aware, and avoid the distractions. No text or phone call is as important as your life.
Reporting in Lincoln, Matthew Mittleider, Channel 8 News.
They also say teens are involved in 28% of all single rollover crashes and 26% of rear-end type crashes in 2020.